the journey so far, how would you assess the government of President Buhari, which some people called in the media General Muhammadu Buhari so far?
Yes. Thank you. First of all, every child of God must always find a reason to give thanks, because we are here and alive, and so we are able to do an evaluation of what we have. We must never forget where we are coming from. When President Buhari was first elected, this country, true enough, was near despondency. We almost had no other way to go. And millions of Nigerians believed that President Buhari would be some sort of a savior. And when he took over, he made promises that gave a lot of hope. He promised that he would be for everybody and for nobody, which was to mean that he would deal a fair hand to everybody, regardless of tribe, of religion, or of interest. Down the road, so many years, Nigerians are of a different opinion. Unfortunately, we have found many opportunities that could have been taken to unite this country, to integrate this country, to make us more united than we ever were. And now, there are many who are of the opinion that Nigeria is more divided now than it ever was. I think that the government of President Buhari has made some false steps, missteps, especially through its security agencies and through other agencies, and has left people with the impression many times that it favors one part of the country than it does the other, in appointments, in the allocation of resources, and even in the attitude of the federal government and some state governments when citizens of Nigeria have been endangered and their property have been destroyed by so-called Fulani herdsmen, by terrorists, and by other bandits. I think that we have simply not done enough to say that Nigeria is on the path of recovery. At this point in Nigeria, many Nigerians are living on hope and prayer. Many Nigerians don't feel safe for many reasons. It is even worse when at this time there is a list of people in this country who are incarcerated for reasons that Nigerians cannot understand. Some people are in jail and some people are in custody of the security agencies even after the courts have intervened. I think this kind of situation puts Nigeria in a bad light all over the world. The pressures that this country is going through at this moment cannot be sustained in a democracy. And there are fears that Nigeria, if things go on like this and if things do not change, will be really endangered as a country. In reality, nobody, I don't think there's, probably few people in Nigeria, we want to see this country disintegrate. We believe in the power of Nigeria as a united nation. We believe in the power of Nigeria as one single country, in the talents, in the diversity of our cultures, in the gifts that God has given to us. But we also need our government to provide the basic necessities that Nigerians need to thrive. The conducive environment, security of life and property is paramount. The respect for the rule of law, respect for human dignity, and also fairness in dealing the hand of government when employment, appointments, allocation of resources is concerned. I also think that our government has not been responsive enough when people need its attention, especially when crises have erupted in a number of places in the country. We look forward that in 2020, things will be much different. President Buhari, at his age, over 70, has tried in a number of ways. We can see there are some improvements in some areas, in the transportation, some effort is made to recover funds. But because of the degeneration that has occurred in this country before, this is simply not enough to give hope to many Nigerians. And I think that those who speak for government must be more realistic. It seems to be a government that is run by falsehood and deceit. Sometimes things are said that even the ordinary student, ordinary child in Nigeria can see that is simply not true. I ask government to review its methods, to begin to be a bit more responsible and accountable to Nigerians. and to be more even-handed with everybody. What is good for the goose is good for the gander. So if people are arrested for certain things in a certain part of the country, let it be the same for everybody. Let everybody be made to respect the same law